What's going on with the Siccness.net? We back at you again with another interview. This time we got something special for you. Um, New artists on the rise, man, making a lot of moves, kicking up a lot of dust, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our members?
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Scotty ATL. You know what I mean? Straight out of Atlanta. Linked up with the big homie, man. So, we taking it all the way from the south to the west coast. Feel me? What's happening?
First of all, man, I want to go ahead and get to know a little bit about you. Let the people get to know a little about you who ain't familiar with you. How you get your start in the rap game? How long you been rapping?
I've been rapping, man, for probably about 10 years now, man. I started when I was like a seventh grader. Feel me? My homie King J kind of turned me on to it. And then, ever since then, I've been rapping, man, doing my thing.
That's what's
Well,
up.
as a matter of fact, I stopped for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, kind of got caught in the whole little street life or whatever, man. And when I stopped doing that, I just put down the music for a while and came back to it. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm back at it about 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I just picked it back up.
Picked it back up. That's when you hooked up with DJ Burn One and
Well, not it wasn't quite that time. Like I had been, working with a independent label here in Atlanta, and just making music. And I met Burn One there at a recording studio in Atlanta. And so like, we linked up then. We did like a couple of tracks. You know what I'm saying? It was on somebody else's project as a feature. Burn One was hosting it, and I went off, to do my thing. He went off to do his thing, and in the process, I was just recording a lot of music. I had really put out like 3 mixtapes before Burn One called Wind of It. You know what I'm saying? Then I did like a song with Bobby Creekwater called Gots to Get It. And from there, that's when Burn One heard it. And we linked up, man, from there. And then, the rest is history.
and that's how the hustling track and like you said, the rest is history. So, being that you hooked up with Burn One, from what I've been reading and whatnot, you went ahead and you did one project with him. You went off and did a few other things and a few other projects in between the time before hooking up again with him on this project, correct?
Yup, I did. Actually, I only did one. I did the Jiffy Cornbread
The Jiffy
Experience.
Cornbread. Okay.
Yeah, there is another mixtape that's out there called In the Meantime, but that was really like DJ SR, the homie from Atlanta. He pretty much took a lot of the records that I did in between Jiffy and Summer Dreams, and he put them all together on one tape.
That's when I got wind of you with the cornbread mixtape. I caught wind of you then. That was some nice listening right there. Um, you had a real big song with the hustling with Burn One. So how was it? How important was it to be able to hook back up with him to work on your new album Faith, Forever Atlanta in the Heart?
Man, it was extremely important. You know what I mean? Like, one of the things, man, that me and Byron kind of talked about from the beginning when we was working on Summer Dreams was, just looking back at the history of rap and the history of, you know, the producer artist relationship. You know what I mean? Like when it works like Jordan and Pippen. You know what I'm saying? If you look back at some of the best artists, you know what I mean? You look at Snoop and Dre and how they had a certain sound and a connection. You know what I mean? You look at Swiss Beats and the Rough Riders and how that sound was, Organized Noise and how Cass came up. It's like an artist relationship with the producer, and so that's what we pretty much talked about from the beginning with Summer Dreams. So when we came back from Faith, it was like, oh man, we got to do it. You know what I mean? Like it was only right. People liked the sound more than any other sound that I had put out up until then.
Got it. Got it. Right now, you out on your campaign. You just dropped the video. Um, you got two of the biggest up and coming artists in the game right now, side by side with you on the track Game. You want to tell us um, something about this song as well as the video, your inspiration behind it, how y'all all came together?
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, I met Trinidad James actually at the All Gold Everything video shoot. This was before the record came out, of course. DJ Dirty introduced me to him, and it was like from then it was kind of like a respect. You know what I mean? He had told me that he saw some stuff that I had did online. I think it was too cool at the time, and I had saw him before that at the Atlanta Indie Fest. And I just seen this whole movement and had a lot of respect. I came out with the cover and all that. And so me and him just pretty much built a relationship in Atlanta, supporting each other, supporting each other's music, tweeting out mixtapes, going to each other's shows and supporting, rocking shows together and all that. And then the homie Crit, I was on tour with Big Saint. And so, Saint is Crit's right hand man or whatever. So me and Big Saint was super cool. And, I went to support Big Saint at a function he had in the ATL one night, and Crit was there and just got to chopping it up with Crit, and found out, he was a fan of my music and I was a big fan of his. So that's how I kind of linked up, which was cool, man, for me because I like to do, those kind of records, man, with people that I actually, have a respect with, and not just dudes, just to be getting a feature from somebody, I like to have a relationship with them because I think it means more for the record.
I can respect that. For some of our up and coming artists, every time I talk to a rapper or whatnot, I try to get some good game to pass on down to the other artists trying to come up. I noticed something in your bio. You said something about you never realized how important it was to invest in yourself until you started doing it. You started paying for your own studio time and videos and things like that, and then your career went somewhere else. I don't think a lot of artists know about how important it is and to invest in yourself. Can you speak a little bit on that?
Man, it's real important, man, to invest in yourself. I guess I look at it in a couple different ways. Like one, you can't really expect somebody to invest in you if you're not willing to invest in yourself. I think that's just kind of like a rule that's kind of unspoken. It's kind of like when you in sales, I did sales before, what I'm saying? And like you gotta believe in your product, what I'm saying? You gotta try your product. Sometimes you gotta buy your product or whatever it is. So you can like the product, and when you like it, it's easier for you to sell to everybody else. So like when you're investing in yourself, man, it's like saying, I'm 100% behind it. I co-signing this first, and it kind of like sets the tone for other people to come in and whether it be invest time or money into what you're doing. It makes them more willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I think too, man, just kind of like with the age that we in with music right now, you gotta invest in yourself. Because like you don't have labels that's going out and developing artists and things like that no more. You know what I mean? Like everybody's looking for the artist that's kind of already polished or whatnot. So you got to get out here and get the best videos and pay for that sometimes, or pay for some CDs, or whatever it is you got to do. Put some time and some money into what you're doing, man, so people will respect it. That's the only way you're gonna make some money. Take money to make money.
Are you currently you currently have any deals on the table? Are you signed to any majors right now? Are you just still independently grinding?
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm grinding out on my own. My team is with me. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole team, Cool Club, man, the commission, man. Shout out to DJ Burn 15 PMG, Ante Boss, you know what I mean, L Mac, man. The whole squad, we just working, man. And right now, just building a fan base. You know what I mean? That's what I'm focused on right now. Not really too caught up on, man. I need a deal at this moment. I wanna get some more fans under the belt, man, so I can go in that thing with some leverage. You feel me?
Okay, well you got the project right now, Faith, an acronym for Forever Atlanta in the Heart. What do you want for the people who haven't checked out this project yet and that need to check it out? What is the great things about this collection of recordings you just put out?
I believe the best thing about faith is just that you can relate to the music. You know, That's my life on them tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, not something that I just came up with. You know what I mean? To impress people or say something about stuff I don't got. But I really wanted to take it back, man, to when Cass was really spitting something on, you know what I mean, on the track. You know, when you listen to Biggie or Jay Z or Outkast, you know what I mean, like them dudes was talking about real life. You know what I mean, and I feel like that's what a lot of the great artists, you know what I mean, do or whatever. They put their life on the track. You know what I'm saying, and that's what I'm trying to do.
What are some of your favorite tracks that's on there?
My favorite track, is probably Clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I just remember the moment, man. We made it like it was early in the morning. It was like 10 in the morning. You know, me and Walt live in there making it, and it was like a release track, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of them things where I had something on my chest and I had to get it off. You know what I mean? So every time I hear that one, you know what I mean, it mean a lot to me. But I like Clarity. I like After Rap. I like Game. I like them all, man. You know, but those are like some of the ones I go to when I first jump in the wheel, handle biz too.
Any last words for the peoples that they need to know about Scotty ATL? Your last verbal impression to our Sickness listeners.
Yeah, man, I just like to tell everybody, man, to just stay tuned, you know what I mean, to what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I feel like this is just the beginning, like I'm not satisfied with being the new guy, you know what I mean, that's grabbing people's attention. I'm really trying to come out here and be here for the long haul, you know what I mean, and have longevity in the game. So, you know what I mean? Catch on to what I'm doing, man. Follow me on Twitter at Scotty ATL. That's SCOTTY ATL. That's my Instagram. Check out the website ScottyATL.net. And just you know what I mean, just keep in tune to what I got going on, man. We got some real dope stuff coming. What's happening, man? It's your boy Scotty